All right, Rob, take it away.
And let's just jog in place and relax the shoulders up and down. Ish, me, son, she, go, ro,
I like this good.
ach, ku,
Keiko.
ju, ish, me, son, she, ro, sish, ach, ku, ju, and roll your shoulders forward. Ish, me, son, she. Go another way, back, ish, knee, son, she, go, and roll your each arm one at a time. Loosen up your rib cage, knee, son, she, go, rook, and going backwards, like backstroke. And as you do this, kind of look a little bit into the sky. Your chest up. Ish, me, sun, she, go, rook. And again, a little more jogging and shoulders relaxed. Ish, me, sun, she, go, rook, sish, touch, and bring your hands together and loving ish, me, son, she, go, and up once arm, and reach far behind, support your elbow, and rub the back right at your edge of your scapula. Across the shoulder, down inside of your arm, and around your wrists, and up the other side. Ish, me, son, she, go, and massage those points way back there. And along the top of the scapula and inside of your armpit and down to your arm and around your wrist, and squeeze in between your fingers and switch your fingers and do it one more time. Don't do it on the knuckles, but on the spots in between the knuckles, all the way to the tip. Take your hands, bring them together a little more vigorously. You're running ish, knee, shoot the energy across your room, across the streets, across your town, across the nation, across the ocean, and across the universe, and going up into the universe. And shaking it out. Let that energy sprinkle to all our friends around the world. And reaching up a little higher, and relax. And up, and up, higher, and relax. And one on each side. Ish. And take your arm, reach out across to the horizon, to the zenith, and the other horizon, and squeeze, and let it sink below the horizon, past the earth, other side of the earth, and like a new sunrise come again. Me. And around the earth, and up, and rise into the sky. And across and squeeze and reach behind and down. Let it come up at the horizon and rise into the sky and out and down and sink low and around the earth. Knee. And sun. Okay, and stay behind your back, twist and open, and reach to the horizon and up, and across the zenith and out and down. Knee. Sun. That one's always a hard one for me. And out and up, across and squeeze. Sun, let it go down below the earth, other side past Australia, or whichever directly across. Maybe it's US for some people. And squeeze. Yeah, I got to check on the globe. And squeeze. And going behind and up and out and knee. Sun. And reach behind, open, up to the horizon, out, and knee. Sun. And reach down deep into the earth, into the core, pull the energy from the core of the earth up through your body, and spread it out. Knee. Sun. And at the last second, open your hands fully, Keiko, and blossom like a flower. A little more. Yeesh. Knee. It's okay to bend your knees as you go down and really get deep. Sun. And stepping forward with your right foot, opening 3 levels. Ish. Knee. Sun. Ish. Lower. Shudan. 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 Ish. Knee. Sun. Another side. Ish. Knee. Sun. And open your tongue. Let your tongue come out a little bit. And breathe out. Ha. Make a little bit of noise if you're okay to in your space that you're. Ha. 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 And straight up. Eesh. And push your ceiling higher with the palms of your hand. Push your roof higher. Push the sky higher. into your body. Let your head fall forward. Your body roll down. And again, down towards the center of the earth. Let the energy just drip off your head, off your arms. Open your lower back. It's okay to massage your lower back a little bit. And your hips, sides of the legs, down your ankles. And roll up. And support your lower back. And open your chest, heart to the sky. And open your arms, let them fall back, and then slowly reach over your head. And up and down. And reaching out and up and back. And from the center and side. And let your arm fall. And roll to your ankle. And to the center and come up and open. Let your heart open to the sky and to the other side.
Yes.
And let your arm fall. And roll to your ankle. And to the center. And roll up. And head goes forward and back. Knee. Sun. She. Go. Girl. Fish. And to your left side. Work it over and keep nodding. Ish. Knee. Sun. She. Go and back to center. And to the right side. Ish. Knee. Sun. She. Go and across the chest. Ish. Knee. Sun. She. Go and across the shoulder. Knee. Sun. She. Go and rotating around. Ish. Knee. Sun. And other way. Ish. Knee. Sun. And leaning over, go from side to side, from toe to toe. Feet about double the width of your shoulders. Ish. Knee. Sun. She. Go and gently to the right side, roll around. Ish. Open your body in all directions. And other way. Ish. Knee. Sun. She. Go and again the other time, another time, and open your hands and eyes. Ish. Another way. Ish. Knee. Sun. She. Go and again, just relax at the bottom and bend your knees and roll up. And lunging over to one side. And to the other. And to the center, and then one side go a little bit deeper. Open your knee that is bent. And other side. And center and bring your knees closer together. About shoulder width and rotate inward. Ish. Ni. San. Shi. Go other way. Ish. Ni. San. Shi. Go. And coming up. And on your koshi. Ish. Ni. San. Shi. Go other way. Ish. Ni. San. Shi. Go. And bring your feet so that they're directly next to each other, touching ankles, and straighten your spine and find your point where you balance. Your body is straight, but you're constantly finding the balance. Let your body extend higher, your energy of your body go into the earth and up into the sky. Follow your breath down as it comes out and up as it comes in. Find your balance. Take a moment. Deep meditation. So. Yame. Right. And you, Sarah, thank you.
Thank you, Rob. Last time we met, we did the first one and the second one. Today, I'm going to start with the third one. Then we'll go back and revisit the second one, and then we'll do 1, 2, and 3 as a set movement. So I'm going to stand at sort of 45 degrees, so it's a little bit easier to see more of me while I'm moving. Again, we're not going to move our feet, so you want to have your feet about 1.5 shoulder widths apart for this particular movement. And we'll just go through the pieces of it first, and then we'll put it together. So again, like 1 and 2, we're going to start by allowing our arms to float up to horizontal. And then at that point, we want to feel a sense of extending out, both out side to side as well as out, up and down, pretty much out in a whole sphere around yourself. So you want to just have that sense of extension. And then in 1 and 2, our hands rotate and face up. In 3, they don't. They stay here and they come palm facing out, and we make a circle around our own head. So that's the first part of that movement. So let's just do that small piece again. So from standing, we're going to allow our arms to float up. Extend out, extend, extend. And then create a circle around your own head. So we're not making an oval, we're making a circle. Right? And then from here, now we're going to stick our butt out. And as we stick our butt out, we're naturally going to start to bend forward. And then when we get so that our body is basically horizontal to the ground, then at that point, we're gonna allow our arms to come down and just hang. Then from here, you can make a fist and let your index finger be a knuckle sticking out, or you can make more of a shintaito fist and have your middle knuckle sticking out. But the idea at this point is that from wherever you end up, you're bent over, from wherever you end up, just bring your knuckle to your shin. And you're gonna start tracing a line up your leg. And when you get to your knee, you're really gonna condense everything in. So tuck your head in, tuck your whole body in, make a nice curl. And then as you continue up, now you're gonna start to straighten out, but from the bottom up. So the very last thing will be that your knuckle will come up and lift your chin. And then you'll be standing back at your starting point. Okay. So I'm going to go through it again and I'll talk you through every step. And then we'll go through it a few times more slower and on your own pace. So again, you're going to come up and extend out. Palms face out as you make a circle around your own head. Then stick your butt out behind you, coming down to horizontal, and then bend over all the way. Wherever you bend over to, it doesn't matter. Make a soft fist and bring your knuckle to your shin. Start tracing that line up. And then when you get to your knee, you really want to bring everything in. So lots of deficiency and coming up. And as you come up, you're going to open out. And then at last, your knuckles are going to lift your head and open out in front of you. Okay. So this one's not too difficult. So do it another 4 times at your own pace. And we'll meet back here a couple times from now. So continue on, reaching out. Make a circle. Down. Trace your knuckle up. When you're done, just stand quietly. Feel the sensations in your body, anything that may have changed, any new sensations, anything that's gone away. Just enjoy the feeling.
Yeah.
All right, so let's shake our legs out a little bit. And we will revisit movement number 2. Movement number 2 is one of the more complicated ones of the 3 that we have today. So we'll just revisit that one in phases like we did last week. So the first part of number 2 starts, again, your feet about 1.5 shoulder widths apart. And settle. You want to have that Seatutai Teshijin type feeling in your body. Soft knees, that sense of extending up and extending down. And opens the same, reach out. That horizon, we want to pause for a moment and extend in all directions. This time our palms are going to rotate up as we continue up. We're going to look up and allow our palms to come together above us. And our hands are going to come down towards us and arrive at the back of our head as we're starting to condense our body. And just gently rest there to stretch the back of your neck a little bit. And then allow your hands to float down around until your heels meet up under your chin. Now you're going to start to lift up your body and gently stretch your throat as your hands extend back up over your head. So we're just going to do that a couple more times. So again, you're going to condense your body down, bend your knees, and flow around and stretch up. And at the last, give your neck a gentle, very gentle stretch and extend, reaching up. And one more time, condensing in. And expanding up. And then just let your arms come down to your sides. All right, so that's the first piece. Now we'll work on the second piece. So we're going to come back up overhead, palms together. This time with our palms together, we're going to turn 3/4 to the front. And it's not important whether you turn to the right or you turn to the left. So I'm going to avoid left and right, but you're going to turn from straight to 3/4 to the front. Bring your arms down to horizontal again. The hand that's more behind you is the arm that's going to stay straight with palm up. The arm that's more in front of you, you're going to allow that elbow to bend. So you're going to point the horizon as you turn and face the opposite 3/4 front. Then at this point, you're going to bend over and point down to your own foot. And then you're going to soften your knee and point behind your foot. And then stand up. Extend out to the side. Reach up overhead. Palms come together. And now we're just going to do that movement again, only turn the other way, whichever way you turned before, go the other way. And allow your arms to come down to horizon. Backhand, that arm stays straight. Forward arm is the one that bends as you turn. And over, point at your own foot. Soften your knee and point behind your foot. And back up. So let's do that One more time on each side. Reach up, palms together, twist, and down, reaching out, pointing out towards the horizon. And then as we are bending over to point at our foot, we want to have a sense of condensing everything in. So we're going to kind of draw our elbows in. We're not going to bend them, but we're going to draw everything in towards our center as we fold down. And then as we point back, we're going to condense even more. And then standing up. Reaching out, reaching up overhead. And the other way. Down the horizon. Pointing all the way around. Condensing in as you bend over. Soften your knee and condense even more as you point behind your own foot. And coming up. Good. And when we're done with this movement, we're going to come up overhead and we're going to allow our hands to go past each other so our wrists are crossed. And then we're just going to draw that energy down. So that'll be the very, very end of the movement. All right, so now let's put those pieces together. So we're going to start the same way we have, centered. And allow your arms, your hands to float up to the horizon. Extending it out. Palms turn over, face up. Reach up overhead, palms come together. Now I'm going to come down through myself, condensing in. My hands arrive towards the back of my head. Then they float around. Heels come together as I start to lift up. And at last, stretch the front of my throat. Reaching up overhead. Now I'm going to turn 3/4 front. My arms come down. Point at the horizon. Condense in as you bend over. Soften your knee and condense more as you point back. Bringing your arms back up to the horizon. Reaching up overhead. Arms come together. Condensing down. Gentle stretch of the back of the neck. Heels come together under your chin. Lift yourself up. Gentle stretch. Continue up all the way. And turn to the other side. Arms come down to the horizon. Pointing out. Condense as you bend over. Condense more, soften your knee and point back behind yourself. So let's do that 2 more times on each side. So 4 rounds. Up. Down. Back up. Yeah. 3/4 front. Bend over. Point behind. Stand up. Hands together overhead. Condense down. Stand up. Three-quarters front. Look at the horizon. And over. Like that. All right, one more full round on your own pace. Whenever you get there, your last round, extend out, reach up overhead, allow your hands to go past each other, cross at the wrist, draw that down through yourself. Down into the earth. And just stand and enjoy the feeling for a moment. Now, when you're ready, stand up, shake out your legs a little bit, not moving our feet much. All right, so the first movement is very simple. It's really just the last movement we did without the middle section. So fast forward through movement number one. We're gonna expand out, reach up, hands rotate up. This time they come up over our head and our palms go past each other. And then we just draw that down through ourselves. I like to, when I do this movement, in particular, this is the easiest one to sort of have a breath pattern. You certainly can do it with the other ones, but this one's the easiest. So on this one, I like to, breathe in. When I get to the horizon, I breathe out, extending out in all directions. Breathing in as I come up over. Breathing out as I'm drawing it down through myself. And when I get to the bottom, I like to have one round, breathe in, breathe out before I start the next movement. So what I'd like to do right now is I'd like to do movement 1, 2, and 3, more or less as a sequence. We'll always come back to this starting position. Let's do 4, We should have enough time to be able to go through 4 rounds of each movement. So more or less go at your own pace, but every now and then you can check in, see if we're trying to stay together more or less. I'll talk us through the first 2 movements of each, and then after that, the second 2 you can do on your own pace. So standing comfortably, Seatsutai feeling, Tenshi Jin feeling, soft shoulders, check in. And breathing in, letting your arms slowly float up. And at the horizon, breathe out, reach up. Turn your palms. Continue on overhead, breathing in. And drawing down through you, breathing out. In. Out. Breathe in. Breathe out. And movement number 2 starts the same way. Float up, extend out, rotate your palms up. Look up as your hands come together overhead. Extend up a little bit, draw that in down through you. Lift yourself back up. Turn 3/4 front. Back arm stays straight as you trace the horizon. Condense in as you bend over and point behind. Back up to the horizon. Reach up overhead. Condense straight down. Reach up. And the other way, 3/4 front. Back arm stays straight. Condense in, bend over, behind, standing up, reach out, do 1 round up on your own. at your own pace. Some days it'll be very slow, some days it'll be faster. When you're ready to close movement number 2, extend out to the side, reach up overhead, let your hands go past each other, cross at the wrist, and draw that down in through. And then we'll do number 3. Again, your arms float up to the horizon, extend out. This time your palms stay facing out as you make a circle around your own head. Stick your butt back, bending forward. And then last, reach down to the ground. Make your fist a soft fist. Start tracing that up. And your knees condense in even more as you come up and then start to open up. And at last, let your knuckles lift your chin. And your arms back out to your side. Up. Extend out. Palms stay facing out. Make a circle. Push your butt back. Last. And all the way forward. Make a soft fist. Start drawing that up, drawing a line. Dance in when you get to your knees. Bend your knees, bend your back, tuck your chin. Start to expand up as your knuckles come up. And at last, let your knuckles lift your head up. And back to standing. Why don't we do that one another 2 rounds at your own pace. When you're done, just stand softly, soft knees. Enjoy the sensations. Extend down, extend up. And when you're ready to come back, start moving gently. Shake your legs out a little bit.
All right, well, thank you, Sarah. Let's just do one last closing mokso together just to close us, because we can do it seated or standing, it's fine. So just breathing in, as we've been doing. Pressing our hands overhead and bringing it down, energy into us. Exhaling. Let your hands relax on your knees, or if you're standing, relax at your sides. And mokso. Moksoyame and Ray. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Rob. Thank you, everyone, for being here.